Good evening and welcome to Claremont Beat TV. Making the headlines tonight, there's a rock, paper, scissors tournament tomorrow on Green Beach to benefit Face AIDS, a nonprofit supporting AIDS outreach in Rwanda. We're told winners will take home great prizes, including a tennis ball signed by Andy Roddick. Be sure to go and show your support. Saturday is the highly anticipated marathon party at CMC. Rage the night away at this 24-hour event. Claremont Beat reminds anyone trying to make it the full 24 hours to drink lots of water and carbo load before the festivities begin. Turning to our top story, it was drama on Capitol Hill today, as the Congressional simulation had its final session. We turn now to senior correspondent Anna Martin, who was on site for the action.
Things started off on a lighter note tonight with the NRSC fundraising dinner, generating an impressive $15 million. Republicans honored special guest Don Trell of Lubbock, Texas, who owns and operates a small business. By all accounts, the event was a great success.
He joins us today to support the Republican Party in its effort to keep America free and capitalism alive. The Finance Committee and the Environment and Public Works Committee have worked tireless hours this past week to make sure Don Trell will be able to keep his business during these rough financial times. And as we head to the floor tonight, let us be clear of our duty to the American people and to Don Trell, as it is people like him that will lift America out of this dark time and back into the light.
Once in session, it was down to business. Democrats and Republicans reached across the aisle tonight, passing the Climate Change and Energy Act of 2009. Bipartisan cooperation didn't last long, however, as tempers flared during a debate over the Resolution Authority for Systematically Significant Financial Companies Act of 2009, a regulatory bill allocating $450 billion. Senator Roberts was among the most outspoken critics of the legislation.
Let no one say that $450 billion is not a tremendous amount of money and a tremendous amount of authority to be granted to any one man, even in consultation with financial experts.
You said some controversial things on the floor tonight. Could you give us a little recap quickly?
Simply stated, the legislation on the floor is team blank check, and it's led by the president. My office issued a state of distrust, dissent, disgust with the executive leadership, and we do stand to it. Again, this is team blank check. No matter how you put it, no matter what face you put on it, according to my memory and my recollection, aided by the memory pills which I keep with me, this is not what we come here to achieve. Cantons are outraged, Iowans are outraged, the American people of rural and urban America are not in favor with this legislation.
Yeah, those are all of them.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any other props?
Yeah, I've got props.
Can you repeat? Senator, you seem to have a lot of goodies there. Could you show us some of them and explain what they are?
Absolutely. This here is Obama soda. And as far as I'm concerned, the Democrats can take this and wash themselves with it, because we don't want no mess in our Congress. Okay, we are not, I will not allow them to give in to the lure of the siren song. And Homer, I do apologize for using you in this example, but we will not allow them to come to Washington looking for their Democrat snacks. Look, we're not handing out no Democrat snacks tonight. We're not going to give them what they wanted, so long as it's not in accordance with the vision of our founding fathers. This is the United States Congress. We've got a job to do.
During the financial regulatory debate, chaos ensued after the Senate realized the president hadn't signed a bill they had previously passed, making it impossible to call a vote on the financial regulatory bill, per the unanimous consent agreement. Tempers were running high. A heated argument between Rahm Emanuel and Mitch McConnell took place behind the scenes.
No, you have to vote for your piece of legislation. Why are you
I am voting for your piece of legislation.
Because we understand that if this PPA agreement goes into law, according to your provisions, the simulation ends.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
You cannot amend that rule.
Yes, it does. Our unanimous consent agreement
and they
says
apply
the simulation
only to
ends.
rules of debate.
Stop yelling at me.
I'm allowed to yell.
People looked to the president to resolve intense partisan fighting and to sign the PPA bill so they could get things moving again, but he was nowhere to be found, further fueling the mayhem.
Where is the president?
National security. You're not going to announce the location of the president of the United States to the press.
Senator, can I get a reaction to what's going on?
And I promise you, it will not stand. This is unacceptable, and it will be fixed.
Can we also get a comment on the whereabouts of the president? I know that's another story we're all following. Where is the president? Do you know?
Well, the vice president came and announced that the location of the president would not be disclosed. Security. In my entire time in the United States Senate, absence an attack on the United States or a declaration of war, this has never been the case. So I would ask the administration why, what national security concern. It has not been relayed to Congress, as I believe it should be. We have committees set up to deal with intelligence. There hasn't been anything coming through. There have been no confidential memos. We think this is a stalling tactic. And if not, then we think it's an incredible breach of trust that the administration wouldn't.
It remained unclear for over a half an hour whether or not the president was incapacitated.
The president does.
First passed into law. There is no president, so I would very much question the legitimacy of the first bill.
I question the legitimacy of your
signed it into
research
law.
into finding the president. Excuse me. There is no proof that the president is incapacitated or that he is somehow. Excuse me. Please do not walk out of the room when I am addressing.
Schumer and McConnell were trying to strategize the Senate's next move behind the scenes, but were interrupted by the administration's statement, where Rahm Emanuel stressed the president's disappointment in the lack of bipartisanship.
I'm saddened by the deadlock on the Senate floor and am disappointed by the stubbornness displayed by my fellow Democrats.
Mr. Emanuel, where is the president?
Before I may enact any more legislation, the resolution authority must be next to the PPA on my desk.
Mr. Emanuel, where is the president?
I am perfectly aware of where the president is.
Okay, will you share it with the rest of us?
Absolutely not. It's a matter of national security.
Not all senators gave in to intense partisan bickering. Some called for bipartisan cooperation to get things rolling again. Grassley rose to make a statement calling for cooperation, but then called for the removal of the president until he disclosed his location.
I would stand here to applaud the bipartisan effort to get America working. This is not a time for partisan games. This is not a time for parliamentary tactics to overrule the will of the majority. And I would applaud the bipartisan congressional leadership effort to remove the president until he makes his location aware, and until such time he shall be declared incapacitated. I rise in strong support of this effort, and I would like to ask all of my Republican colleagues to join me. Thank you.
The Senate remained chaotic, and some feared a fifth day of proceedings would be necessary to finish the legislative agenda.
A firm statement then that there will not be a Friday session?
It would be highly unusual.
Leaders of both parties declared the simulation over, an announcement that was quickly annulled when the clouds parted and the simulation gods spoke out, assuring senators the simulation was not over.
I was planning on staying here until 10. I don't want to stay.
I would strongly recommend to the administration that they produce the president. This is bullshit. And start behaving like grown-ups. We have spoken.
Soon thereafter, the president appeared on the floor of the Senate. President Obama demanded that the Resolution Authority for Systemically Significant Financial Companies Act pass through the Senate quickly so that he could sign it immediately. By the end of the night, all items on the agenda passed through the Senate except for the President's Resolution Authority Act. This has been Claremont Beat TV. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay classy, Claremont.
We're tweeting.
If this Jesus book that you so eloquently referred to as the Facebook is what you are talking about, then yes, ma'am, I do have the Facebook. Every night I read it.
Senator, you should check it out on the Google.
On the Google. Have you? Oh, y'all, have you heard of the Google? I heard it's this box with files in it, and you type in your message, and then it goes to some.
Drama.
Who showered in the last 24 hours? Not me. Not me.
Jag känner bort, hon heter Anna, Anna heter hon. Och hon kan banna det så hårt.